within the year.
What's crazy is a lot of people are aesthetically getting their homes like this. They want their homes like this.
No, it's so weird. They're even the cabinets they're saying it's coming back, this oak.
I grew up on these cabinets.
Yeah,
like my dad
same.
recently replaced them.
Same.
And I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's good. Well, welcome to the Change Podcast. I'm so glad you're on it today, Jenny.
Yeah.
And first, I'd love for you to tell everyone who you are.
Okay.
What do you do for work?
Yeah.
Who you are the mom of as well.
Well, I'm Jennifer Torres. I'm 42 years young.
Come on.
No, it's fake.
Yeah.
And I'm actually a third grade bilingual teacher for CPS at Chicago Public Schools. And yeah, I have two awesome children, Jacinda, who's 22, and then Ian, who's 16.
Oh, wow. Okay, so, whoa, 16 and 22?
16 and 22.
6 years apart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't plan that. You're just like.
So, when I had a crazy, when I was pregnant, which I was young, I was 19 when I had her.
Okay.
And it was just like a really rough pregnancy. So me and their dad were like, I was just like, I don't want, like before having Jacinda, I was like, I just like want 5 or 6 kids. Cause I love kids. Like I knew I was going to be a teacher. I was always good with kids. Yeah. But then actually giving birth, I was like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. It was really hard. I had like almost like a near-death experience with Jacinda.
Wow.
But then there was like, it was a very tumultuous relationship with me and my kid's father. So when Jacinda was like 4, we had separated a little bit, and then we got back together, and we really tried to have another kid like right after. And it was just not happening. And then once we stopped trying, I got pregnant. And they're like literally like 6. They're really, because Jacinda will be 23, so they're like almost 7 years.
In between
like in the 6.5.
That's a really good gap though.
Yeah. I didn't like it at first, but I love it now.
You love it now. Yeah, absolutely. She's in a different stage of her life, and he is too, but you get to watch them like teach each other. My sister, she's like a year and 6 months older than me. And I have a little brother, he's 5 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So it's like super weird watching him like graduate 8th grade or going to high school. Yeah. It's a good gap. So how long have 22 years, so you said 22, almost 23, of motherhood. What season of motherhood are you in right now?
I was thinking about this and I was like, wow, I'm in that season where it's like right before empty nesting, because they still live with me. Yeah. They're older, but it's like, there's like right now, Jacinda's at work and Ian took the bus to his best friend's house and they're going to hang out and like go get McDonald's. So it's like, it's a weird feeling because it's like they still live with me, but like, there's so much independence where I'm like, what am I doing today? You know? And before they consume my life.
Right.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so you're like the independence. We'll touch on that a little later. Like being like, okay, freedom of a mom, but also like having to still take care of your kids.
Yeah.
But I want to really like ask you, like, what is this location particularly? Like the kitchen. We chose the kitchen and we're like, okay, this means something. But what does it mean to you and your family?
Yeah. Well, I was like earlier, I was saying like this is like the place where like me and the kids have argued like good or bad, or like not even argue, because we don't really argue with each other in a way that's like fighting. It's just more like maybe a topic comes up and like the other, like I was telling you, like we're talking about Drake or something, like the album, like that was actually in the living room that day, but usually those are the conversations that we're having in here. Yeah,
while you're cooking or just like in here?
It just like depends. It's usually like right when we're about to eat or right after we ate, or maybe we all just came home and we just ended up here.
Typically how it goes.
You know what I mean? Or maybe everyone woke up and it was just like we landed here. You know, and I think every home is like the kitchen is always the heart. Always. I love to cook. I love to bake. But also just being Puerto Rican, like our food is such like a big part of our lives. And I remember being like, it was so funny. There was like a TikTok or something that was like, were you a Disney Channel kid or a Nickelodeon kid? And the girl was like, no, I'm a Food Network Channel kid. And I was like, I was a Disney Channel kid for sure, but I loved Food Network. Like I learned, like my dad gave me my first cookbook. I love cooking, and I think the kids, like they just gravitated towards that. Like this morning I went out and like I made some breakfast really quick, like very simple. And and then Ian woke up and that's when I told him about like you coming here. So like, I don't know, it's just like the conversations feel authentic in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
And like, you know, when you feed people, it just feels good. And
absolutely.
Like, I don't know. I just love the kitchen.
When they're having a bad day, look, just come get some food. Y'all be okay after this.
Yeah.
We'd go to the kitchen growing up. So like the kitchen was where a lot of the arguments happen.
Yeah.
Typically they happen in kitchen or like in the living room. Mm-hmm. Now the kitchen is like our debating hub. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I go back home for a weekend and I'm like, we're having all these arguments in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But it's like we always come together with a meal. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the best part. And that's why I thought the kitchen was ideal. Because when I think about motherhood and I think about just being a mom, like I've never been a mom, of course. But like when I think about my mom, I think about the kitchen. I think about how she raised us in the kitchen. It sounds like you did the same for your children. Yeah. But today we wanted to just kind of just dive in on motherhood even more. And I told you about it before, but the longevity of motherhood. When I say the longevity of motherhood, what do you think about? What first comes to mind?
I just think literally of the word long. Like it's just long. Like, you know, people say like the hardest is when they're toddlers. And that is very true.
Yeah.
Like when you're first becoming a mother, like sleepless nights is that advice is very valid.
How many hours did you actually sleep?
I don't even know. It was such a blur.
Average.
It was on and off because, you know, like if you have to wake up, you have to like breastfeed or pump or feed them. So it was like on and off in the beginning. You're sleeping like 2 or 3 hours and going, you know, feeding them, going back to sleep 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Maybe like, honestly, in a good night, maybe 6, but not like consecutive.
Oh, wow.
Consecutive is maybe like 2 or 3 for me. And then it gets better as they get older.
Okay.
But
long nights.
Yeah. Long nights. And then I think, and then they get older and they sleep, kind of, but not really, because then they're in high school or adults and they kind of make their own sleeping schedule. And so you're not waking up to throw up, but like I'm waking up to Ian like screaming at his PS5.
Oh yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
Two completely different things.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah. No, it's like holding. So it's.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I think that's perfect. I think that's really good. So motherhood being so long and like being alone, motherhood. So that means it really never ends.
It never.
It never ends.
It never ends.
Well, in saying that, how have you evolved as a mother over the years, being Jacinda and Ian's mom?
Man, honestly, motherhood changed my life for the better.
Yeah.
When I first found out I was pregnant, well, I was like in denial because again, I was like young with Jacinda.
Yeah.
And me and, you know, their dad were young.
Yeah.
So I lived a crazy party wild life. So she just helped me kind of settle in and be like, okay, like you can't live this very like fast lifestyle. But even when I had her, even when I had Ian, like I still was living a party life. It was just like on the weekends, or if I could find a babysitter every other weekend or something, right?
Yeah.
But thank God snatched me up from my sin because then, Jacinda had some medical issues and Ian as well, but it looked different and it just was very overwhelming for me because I was like trying to be this mom. I was trying to be a good girlfriend. I was like trying to be a good worker, going back to school. But then when their health issues started happening, I knew I had to like change my life for them and be like, okay, I need to be more stable and steady. And then when I studied the Bible and became a Christian, it changed again because now God was really showing me like sometimes I feel like, I don't know if this is true or not, but I go here where I'm like, I feel like God saved me to save them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
huge.
I mean, for other people too, but really I was like, wow, like, I think God really loves my kids.
Absolutely.
And I have to like lead by example. So when I became a Christian, my motherhood looked different because then I became a single mom. And that's when me and my kid's father separated because we weren't married and, you know, he didn't want to walk the same journey as me. So then motherhood looked different because then I had to become a single mom.
Absolutely.
And it was scary at first because I was like, I have $0. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I didn't have a place to live. I left in my car.
And that made it even longer.
Yeah, I left in my car and like I was basically homeless, but my aunt was like, nope, you're staying with me.
Wow.
And I stood in her studio.
And this is with 2 of the kids? Wow.
Yeah, I left. She has a mother-in-law apartment. It was like a studio. And I stood there for about 3 or 4 years until I got my life together a little bit. And then I got this apartment.
Yeah.
So even going back to like, what does the kitchen mean to me? Like, what does the apartment mean to me?
Yeah.
And just being a mom was like independence. Because that was the moment I was like, wow, I had got my own apartment with God. Yeah. And that moment of like single motherhood, but then after that being more independent, and God allowing me like 5 years after that to like have my own place. I was like, wow, like maybe I can be a single mom. Like I have imposter syndrome to this day.
Yeah.
But just like that season of single motherhood, now I'm obviously still a single mom.
Yeah.
But this moment in my life of motherhood is just like, I think God it's weird because he's like, you're a mom, but now I want you to be a little selfish. I don't know if that makes sense.
I hear you, yeah.
Because for so long, I sacrificed, rightfully so, for God, his kingdom.
Absolutely.
For discipleship, but also for my first ministry, which was my children.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now that they're getting independent, God's like, yeah, you're still a mom, but I want you
take care of you.
To start thinking about what do you want in the future.
Absolutely.
So I think that's kind of like my stage right now. Is like, I'm a mom, but like, you know, maybe I'll get married, you know, maybe I'll start a new life with someone else. I mean, I still have my children.
Right.
But then like, you know, in
all right, kids, I'm
right. But like in 5 or 10 years, my motherhood is going to look like being a grandmother maybe.
Wow.
You know, so that to me is like, in a weird way, I'm like, I'm excited for that. I don't want it anytime soon, but I'm just saying like, that's like another level of motherhood, I think, is being a grandmother.
That's beautiful. It goes from, man, like you said, where the kitchen, this home means to you, starting from there and leading up to like, this is where I am now, but I also see where God wants to take me. Like, I commend you. And like just being a single mom, making those decisions, that's huge. A lot of people give up. You know, a lot of people say, this is not it. This is not what I want to do. Yeah, you still stuck in there and God put those resources around you.
Yeah, thank God.
And saying that, like, was that always like was it like that for you growing up? What were you taught growing up about being a mom for the long term? Yeah.
Oh, why do I feel like I'm gonna cry? I had 2 awesome parents that are insanely in love with each other still to this day.
Come on.
They're insane though. I love them, but like their love for each other was just like sometimes a little toxic. I'm like, okay, like mom, you're enabling dad, you know, in a way. That's like a whole other story. But like I saw my mom really sacrifice being a wife and a mother. So my mom actually was born and raised in New York.
Yeah.
And she came here and she met my father when they were young as well. And she became a mom young, just the same age as me, which is crazy. And at first I was a daddy's girl for sure. I was like, I just want to be with my dad. Like if he did something, I wanted to do it. Cause he had 3 girls and no sons. So I was like the son. So I was like a tomboy and I just loved being around him.
Yeah.
But then when I became a mother, I started thinking about, wow, how much my mom sacrificed for me and my sisters. Like regardless if, you know, I thought she did the best job or not in my mind, like as a kid, like now looking, I'm like, my mom did the best that she could.
Absolutely.
Like my parents, they tried and she really instilled work ethic and she got her GED, but she really, and other people instilled this with me, but my mom was like very adamant about me getting my education. And my 2 sisters. So like all 3 of us have our masters.
Wow.
And we're all in the education field.
Yeah.
And it's to my parents' credit, but really to my mom's, because she allowed me when I was going to get my undergrad as a single mom. She picked up my kids from school. Like, I feel like I'm crying.
It's okay. You have the room to do so.
And I just was like, wow, I could not be here if it was my mom, like having what I have financially even. And sometimes I could be like a little like ungrateful, but like in the long run, like I know my mom, she really did her best regardless of like the fights we've ever had or the crazy things that lady has said, like fun or like serious. But she was just tough. She was a New Yorican, you know, she came here to Chicago not really knowing only some people, because her cousins were here, that's why she was here. But, you know, again, with little formal education, and, you know, she just did everything for us in a way that was like, wow, like, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that I had them. And honestly, I wouldn't want to change anything. And I just want to honor them, and I want to honor her forever, regardless of, you know, what people may think of her. Because I'm telling my mom she is funny. She's a tough cookie.
We just gotta get her on.
You know, no, genuinely, she's not like super soft like she is, but she had a lot of grit.
Absolutely.
And she taught me that. She taught me to fight, and you know, sometimes not the good kind, but to fight like spiritually and mentally, and just to not give up, to persevere. Seeing her longevity, I'm just like, I want to pursue that.
Absolutely.
And,
you want to mimic that, like 100%. Mimic the way she did it for you.
Yes.
I mean, it just sounds like you've had a great example of what it means to be a mom.
Yeah.
And you're like, I get to live this out even more for my kids.
Yes.
I get to be the mom that I had.
Yes.
I think a lot of people can say, like, in today's day and age, they will say, I want to be the mom I never had.
Yeah.
Or like be that parent I never had. And to say you have a story of saying, like, wow, like, I had that mom.
Yeah.
Now I can take it to the next level.
Yeah. So, I love that you said the next level, because I think there's times when I have said, like, I want to be the parent that my kids never had, or I never had, or, you know what I mean? Because that's true. But but I like how you said to the next level, because there's so much that my mom did give me, and I don't want to discredit that.
Absolutely.
But I also do want to give my kids stuff.
Even more. Yeah.
Right? That emotional intelligence that I felt like, unfortunately, my parents didn't know. They're, you know, raised with, you know.
You can't blame them for what they don't know.
Yeah, you know. And
absolutely.
Again, they tried their best, but I'm like, no, I want to be better. You know, and the same goes for my kids. Like, I know that I didn't do it all right.
Yeah.
And I hope that they will take anything that I've shared with them, and they take it to the next level with their kids, for sure.
And that comes with, like, adapting and, like, a lot of patience, a lot of, like, trust, but, like, trusting in the growth, right?
Yeah.
So how has God taught you, like, that patience, how to adapt through those seasons with your children? Like, because you have a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
A woman and a man, like, those are two different kind of stages right there.
No, literally.
How has God taught you how to adapt and be patient during those?
Man, I don't even know. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did it. It's only because of God. Like, I genuinely think about, if I was not a Christian, I don't think it would have happened. I think I would have been extremely impatient. I would have been even crazier than I am.
Yeah.
And it really is because of discipleship, to be honest.
That's huge.
Just my, like, praying and begging God and getting advice from, you know, our mentors in the kingdom, our disciplers. And just, you know, the word of God giving us wisdom to be like, you know, it's better to be patient, you know, like, than be like a nagging wife. It says, like, there's so many problems about being like the leaky roof and stuff like that, and just honestly trusting God. I think one of the scriptures that I cling on to constantly, there's so many, but one that I always share is, you know, Matthew 6:33, where it says, but seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you. And prior to that, it talks about worry. So do not worry. And usually when you're impatient, there's like fear there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, there's like, what are you doing? You know, because you're maybe afraid of how people will look at you as a mother. Like, why are you letting them do this? Or aren't, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things. And I have to, like, tell myself, you know what, don't worry. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness. And all these things will be given to you, even in, like, helping my children in whatever aspect that I'm maybe want to be impatient with them. You know? And
it's good because it's like, it takes a village. It takes a lot of people, like, around you. It takes a lot of humility to be a mother. And especially going the distance and, like, understanding, okay, like, this is what's needed for my family. And I can't provide them everything. I can't give them everything. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, even as a man, like, having a mom in my life. helped me see like I couldn't do what she does.
Amen.
I couldn't wake up every day and like deal with me because I know what kind of kid I was. I'm like, I wouldn't have dealt with you. You got to get out of my house as soon as possible.
Right.
And
yeah.
So in saying that, you've gone through so much as a mom and experienced a lot in life as a mom. How do you balance letting go of that part of your life, but also still being present with your children?
Yeah. Great question, because I'm doing that. I feel like this is my life right now.
Yeah.
Is the season of letting go. I think also something that I've been really going after is therapy, because there was recently moments where I was getting like panic attacks like every day, just thinking about like even recently like finances and like all these things. And there was something I heard on the radio the other day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do this more. But basically it was saying how when you worry, you're worshiping the problem and not God. And I was like, oh no, I need to worship God. I'm not worshiping this problem. Whatever that is. If that's my kids, you know, like Ian with his schooling, Jacinda like growing up and her becoming an adult, worrying about her life. Yeah. I'm like, I need to let go and worship God.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And not to say I'll never worry again or never be concerned again, but I'm learning that through the scriptures, through prayer, and my therapist.
Shout out to therapists.
Yeah.
So the long run, like in the long run, like knowing, okay, they have many years of life left and you're with them throughout the entire time. How do you stay present with them, Jenny? Like, how do you just be there with their children in them growing up?
It's so crazy because you're single. I'm a single mom, right? And when you're a single mom, you're working usually a lot. Yeah. And then, I'm, a disciple as well. So I'm like, I need to like disciple these women, or like I'm in these studies, or I gotta,
That's a lot on your plate,
right? I'm like juggling.
Yeah.
So when I get home, I'm like,
I'm about to crash.
Don't even talk to me. Because also there's a level of my career, which is I'm a teacher.
True, and you gotta take care of students.
And I have the moment I walked in to work yesterday, I had complaints. And I'm just like, I come home and I'm like, I'm gonna fall out. But I made, because of my relationship with God, I made a conscious effort.
Yes.
That let's say I'm trying to veg out or numb out on the couch, which has happened and does frequent. If they come to me, I pause. If I know it's something, sometimes I'll let it play. I'm like, okay, what is the question? It's an easy one. Like, oh, I'm gonna go somewhere. I let it play, and okay, you can go. But if I know they're like, we need to talk about something, I'm pausing. Yeah. I might seem annoyed by it with them. I don't ever want them to feel like I'm annoyed, because that show is not more important than my children.
Absolutely.
And again, as a parent, whenever you're a parent, your first ministry is your kids. It's not anything. All the other things are great, but God's like, you need to take care of your home. And that's a biblical standard of like women, like you can't just be a busybody. Like you need to take care of your house. And to me, that is what kept me grounded, is like, my kids are priority besides God. God's number one. But I have to take time out of even my tiredness. And if I'm too tired, I will tell them, like, because I think when they're older and like teenagers, it's so weird. I'm up in the morning and I'm like, okay, asking him questions, but he's not ready. And then I'm laying down in my bed and he wants to have a full-on podcast. I'm like on my bed. I'm like, I am about to can we talk about this tomorrow? So sometimes I do have to say like, let's talk about this tomorrow. Or like, they know now, like, hey, Mom, when is a good time that we can talk?
Wow.
So
that's a great practice.
They're really good about it. My daughter is so much better because she's older. Yeah. My son is learning.
She kind of understands where you are now.
Yeah. She'll text me and be like, Mom, after work, can we have a conversation and we'll talk on the couch, hang out, and good or bad. I think it's just like because of God, He has allowed us to have that rapport with each other. And because we all basically go to therapy here, so she has that literal, like, she knows the vernacular, so it's like it really has helped our dialogue and communication in our home.
So in saying that, man, that's good when you say, okay, well, like, you taking the pause taking the pause for the moment to listen.
Yeah.
And be there for Jacinda and be there for Ian, right?
Ian. Mm-hmm.
Sitting in that moment and being there for them, that requires something of you. Like, that requires you to sacrifice a part of you. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you feel like you've had to sacrifice a part of your identity? Oof. Who you are, Jenny as an individual.
Yeah.
Your own personality, your own character traits. Like, is there anything you had to sacrifice to make sure you can go the distance with your children?
There's so much stuff that I had to sacrifice that was bad and good.
Yeah. Give me one bad, one good.
One bad was just, honestly, my party life being consumed with turning up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to make a choice to be like, that is not who I am anymore.
Wow.
And I need to be present for my children.
Yeah.
Sometimes do I go hang out with my cousins or my family or my friends? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times they come with me,
Right.
So I had to sacrifice that, but it was a good sacrifice to let go. Yeah. Now, something good it goes hand in hand, which is like a lot of my friendships are not the same.
Yeah.
Because when I first started this journey of discipleship, a lot of my friends, it's been 13 years, so a lot of them have already gotten married and are older with kids. Those relationships stay the same. Like, we all tired. Like, we meet up in 3 years. We're going to meet up in 3 years.
Yeah.
But I have friendships that are still with me, that they're still single, or maybe they're dating right now, that they might not understand that I have to say no to things because my kid is sick or because I have to take Ian to basketball.
Right. They don't understand where you are in life.
Yeah.
Right now,
so sacrificing. Yeah. But now, again, as they're getting more independent, I'm kind of getting that life back again. But prior to that, that's what it was. It was like I had to say no to things. Also, because financially I couldn't.
Yeah.
It's like I need to pay Ian's permit fee before I go on a trolley for work for the end of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's huge.
But I would rather him.
It's considering even the mainly things. Mm-hmm. Wow. So would you say like the small things start to add up into big things, or is it mainly the big things that kind of trickle down?
The small things. The big things, I think my kids will understand if I need to do.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if I need a weekend to go on a conference.
Yeah.
And they need to stay with my sister or something. Mm-hmm. They totally get it. They never, ever. If anything, now as they're older, they come with me.
Yeah.
But prior to that, it was like sacrificing a weekend so that I can develop my relationship with God and be more intimate with Him.
Yeah.
Because in the end, that's what's going to help me to be a better mom.
Yeah. So it's sacrificing for yourself. And then you taught them sacrifice and what that looks like in your day-to-day life, right? I think the beautiful things, what I've seen is like mothers and having more conversations, especially as Mother's Day has passed, had the chance to have more conversation with moms and learning the beautiful things about long-term motherhood. I think a lot of mothers I've met recently are younger mothers, like they just started off, but the beautiful parts of long-term motherhood is seeing the fruits of your labor over time.
Yeah.
Is there a particular moment, year, like situation where you were like, like pouring into my children matter. Like this right here is why I do this.
Oh my gosh, recently.
Yeah.
Recently.
Tell me about it.
In the beginning, before, when I first became a single mom, and this is, I don't want to ever like say negative things about my kid's father. I really don't, because that's not, that's not my journey.
Absolutely.
My journey is to like lift others up, and even with him. But I think there was a sense of like, you don't know what you're going to do without me kind of thing. And in the beginning, I did feel that a little bit. I'm like, what am I doing? Like we had a beautiful apartment, 2 cars. Like he had a great career. I was getting my career. It was like, it felt whatever.
Wow.
But then when I was like, no, I want God. I was like, I really don't know what I'm doing. But recently this was for his birthday. This was like in March. He messaged me and was like, wow, you raised 2 really awesome kids.
Wow.
And he's never said stuff like that to me.
Wow.
And I literally was like, the Lord raised 2 awesome kids, right?
Come on.
But that really showed like, if I could get a compliment like that from him, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm doing something right. And even earlier today I was like, okay, like what's, we didn't really know each other like that in passing. and then you even sharing about my kids, that's the biggest compliment. Absolutely. Like you saying good things and hearing good things about me because of them. I'm like, wow, like I genuinely am like, there's nothing greater than someone complimenting your children and not doing it for anything but just to say it. Like there's no like ulterior motive with you saying, oh, like those kids are awesome, you know? But yeah, I've had moments just really this year that have shown, I'm like, man, God really is just amazing with how he sets up when you want to feel like you're not doing something right. And I was like very close to like, I don't know what I'm doing still. And these kids drive me crazy and blah, 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 and nothing's going my way. To like, you did something right.
You did it.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, when we do anything, I sit and think about like, man, like, I don't know. I couldn't have done this without God.
Yeah.
I sit back, and when you start to realize you can't do it without God, and you start to because especially in those moments where you're questioning like, man, am I really doing this right?
Yeah.
Am I really doing what I need to do? Am I really taking care? And I know it's even harder for a mother because you're literally have these children's lives in your hands.
Yeah.
Like their lives are literally holding them. You've taken, even from the womb, like you have to take care of your body, make sure you're carrying them well and then delivering them. Like, and you question like, man, am I doing this right?
Yeah.
But you are. And I think, like I said, I told you, Jacinda, I see her, she's always happy, always having a good time, always hilarious. And then Ian coming to me about the podcast shows how much character you've instilled in him. And knowing like kind of your story now and knowing that I'm sure it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
And going forward, kind of the long term of your life with your children and the future generations to come, what do you want to leave with them? What kind of legacy do you want to leave with them?
Yeah. I think it's so crazy because I've thought about like being a grandmother, not like logically like how it's gonna really look like, but just feeling the joy of, you know, seeing my daughter or my son raise their own children is like, I don't know, it's just like so weird and lovely to think about. But when I really think about that and like when I leave this earth, what have I given them? And really, it's obviously my love for God. Like, I want them to know, like, no matter what, if I'm here or not, like, God is going to take care of you. Yeah. But I also want them just to be honest and real and fun and funny and just not take life so serious. Yeah. You know, be independent, of course. I can sometimes where I'm like, I can be a little bit rigid and I'm like, and I see that part of myself. Like I call myself a type C. I saw this online. I was like, I am a type C person.
I'm trying to study out all the types right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I feel like I'm type C where I have moments where I'm super type A, but then I'm like, I'm type B. Like I'm like tired of, like, I can really ride that wave, but I feel like that is a good type. Like, absolutely. You know, like being a type C is not too bad in my eyes.
No, not at all.
You know, but there is moments where there's like this legalism part in me, but I'm like, oh no, I'm taking this, you know what, God, let it go. And, you know, and I'm literally there and I want them to feel that where it's like, yeah, you need to grind. You need to work hard. Yeah. You know what I mean? But also it's like, you can't take nothing. Right. When you go. You can't take nothing but those memories, but those characters. Yeah.
Well, how do you want to be remembered by your children?
I want them really to remember that I tried my best for them. And that, you know, that they don't have to fear my, like, not being here anymore, because that has been a fear of mine. I'm like, oh my gosh, if I die right now, who's going to take care of them? I've thought that. Like, it's so bizarre where, like, Satan puts things on my mind. I'm like, chill. But I want them to know, like, you know what, mom did her best because of God, and I don't want them to fear living their life and just, I don't know, I want them to know that I really tried really hard, but also that I had a really good time doing it with them. You know, that I have fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And man, that's actually beautiful though. I almost teared up listening to that. When you think about your children, what do you think they love most about you?
Oof. This is a good question. I don't know. You might have to interview them.
Might shoot up a text.
No, what do you like about your mom? I think they'll say I'm funny. me and my son had this conversation. We were being fun. The other day, we were like arguing about Michael Jordan and LeBron because I'm I'm a Jordan fan, of course.
Whoa.
That's a whole other podcast.
This is a whole other conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
So we always are like, who's funnier now? I'm like, who's funnier? And I was like, me or your dad? They're like, you're funnier than dad. Okay, like, good. Hello. But I thought they were just trying to they're like, no, genuine. So I think they will say that I'm funny, but that I love God.
Yeah.
I think they honestly are going to be like that. That's their favorite characteristic in me.
That's huge.
Yeah.
What advice would you give like a mom that's like she's struggling right now, trying to go the distance, and man, she don't know if she can make it. Like, what advice would you give to a mother right now that was once in your shoes, to change their heart?
I think something is what's so important is to really feel what you're feeling and be vulnerable and cry out to God, cry out to your community, to the people that are around you.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing that has helped me on this journey is to be okay with asking for help.
Yeah.
But when you're a single mom, or even a mom in general, a stay-at-home mom, whatever, you want to be independent. And I think those are beautiful things because you need to take care of you and your family. But I think there is beauty in getting the help and the support that you need. And don't be afraid. Don't think you failed because whatever. And it's okay to feel that you're going to give up.
Right.
Like, say that.
Right.
Because I think that is so much powerful than being like, I got it all together. It's like, no, I actually don't. And I need someone to intervene.
Yeah.
God, the people around me, you will make it. Like, there's good people out there that want to help, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So bringing it all together and saying everything we've talked about today, longevity of motherhood, over the years, what you've learned, what you've experienced, and how you've just showed, like, man, God has really worked in your life as a mom. How would you describe motherhood, the longevity of motherhood in one sentence? Like, you've shared so much that I really appreciate it. Like, I think this is good for our audience to hear, but honestly, for me to hear, like, to heal from my motherly wounds or anything that I've experienced as being a son and kind of seeing it from a mother's perspective. Honestly, that's why I'm doing this particular podcast for this month. Yeah. I mean, I could have done any topic, but this is Mother's Day month, and I'm like, man, I believe I just need to hear a mother's perspective of how they raise their children, and like see so many different perspectives and understand like the inside of a mom's mind, right? Yeah. But in saying all that, how would you describe longevity of motherhood in one sentence? Like, this is what you want the people to take away from this today.
That there's beauty and pain in motherhood. Yeah. And you have to have both. Like,
that's it. Beauty and pain.
Beauty, pain, joy. Yeah. The joy and pain, they go hand in hand. Like, you genuinely can't have one without the other. Yeah. So if you're in a painful situation, you can still be joyful. Yeah. And if you're joyful, there might be some pain. There might be some pain. But it's just, it has to be both. Yeah. Yeah. It has to be, you can't live without the one. You can't. Yeah. And that's the only way you persevere, is that you know that. You acknowledge that. Yeah, you have to acknowledge. It's not going to always be rainbows and butterflies, and it's not always going to be painful. Yeah. Like, you need to have both. And I think, you could survive anything, to be honest. They won't always be that baby forever. It's like, you gotta. But even in childbirth, there's cute, joy and pain. A lot. Yeah. 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 That's good. Well, I appreciate you so much for being on the podcast. Thank you for even thinking of me, for real. No problem at all. This was good. And I really hope people take something away from you sharing on the longevity of motherhood. Yeah. I was impacted sitting here. I can't wait to go talk about this with my mom. Like, yo, did you go through this? Like, I think that's key. I think that's key. So thank you so much. Woo-hoo. I hope everybody watches this and is changed by it, because we want the whole world to change. So, amen. Thank you. I appreciate Praise you. God. One more time. The kitchen is beautiful too, though. Y'all need to really get y'all a kitchen like this. I'm crying. I don't feel the same way, but I appreciate your love and your kindness.